Hare Krishna, Yashoda Mataji, do you want to say until Mataji joins us?
Yes, Prabhu.
Your voice is very low though.
Now, Prabhu?
It's better?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Ebaro karuna karo Vaishnava Goshar Patita Pavana Tomar Bhine Kehuna Jahara nikate gele Papa ধরে যায় হে মনা ধয়ালা প্রভু কে ভা কোতা পায় গঙ্গারা পরাশা হলে पश्चाते पवन दर्शने पवित्र करो हेतो मार्गोना दर्शने पवित्र करो एतो मार्गोना हरिस्ताने अपराधे तारे हरिना তোমাস্তানে অপরাধে নহি পরিত্রাণ তোমাস্তানে অপরাধে নহি পরিত্রাণ তোমারা হৃদয়ে সধা গোবিন্দ বিশ্রাম তোমারা হৃদয়ে সধা গোবিন্দ বিশ্রাম गोविंदा को है ना मोरा वैष्णव परा गोविंदा को है ना मोरा वैष्णव परा प्रति जन्मे कोरी आशा चारा निराधूली नारता में करो धोया आप नार भोली नारता में कर धोया अपनार बोली जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा निथाय गौरा हरि बोल हरि Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandavats Pranam.
Thank you, Yashoda Mataji. You set up the mood nicely. Thank you so much. It's my honor and privilege to get Mataji, Shantirupa Maji on the JSSS Shadipuram today. And so, very senior God sister of ours. And Prabhu and Mataji have been pioneers in ISKCON Malaysia. And currently, as we reach the 7th day today, when Guru Maharaj is has tested positive, we also should know that Mataji is also the committee of Guru Maharaj, and along with she has been an inspiration for many, including me, with her services to Guru Maharaj. And the way the entire family gets involved in all these services is praiseworthy. And I consider myself very fortunate to be a part of the family. And so Mataji currently leads all the women and child care team in Malaysia. And she also currently led the working committee of ISKCON Malaysia, which broke the record in the Malaysian Book of Records. So on behalf of JSSS, ISKCON Seshadipur, I welcome you, Mataji, for sharing today the short mercy of Guru Maharaj. If I may request you that towards the end, after the class, we all could chant one round for Guru Maharaj, and however you would like to take it forward. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for inviting me for this wonderful session. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji, you are.
Okay. Okay. And also, I would like to thank all the devotees who have been gathered here in the Zoom conference. Together, we can actually learn something from each other. I hopefully towards the end we can have a kind of an interaction so that it will be mutually beneficial. And I will first start off with the pranam mantras. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami iti namine. Nama Acharya Padaya Nithai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakada Dhamadaya Nagara Gramatharine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Fangun Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So Hare Krishna, today's topic is actually showers of mercy. We chose this topic because over the 40 years, the most prominent aspect which actually really impressed many of us in Malaysia is the mercy component of Srila Guru Maharaj. I think everybody will agree with me on this. And we decided that we'll bring that out very nicely this time. And we realized that it was so difficult to actually bring this 40 years of flow of mercy into just 40 to 60 minutes. It's going to be really difficult. And because we are starting, I'm going to start off this showers of mercy from the beginning, from when we came in contact with Srila Guru Maharaj, and every event has been a shower of mercy. Sometimes it's just a drizzle, sometimes it's a downpour, sometimes it's thunderous, and sometimes it was even a storm. So all these times, in this different types of moods of showering of mercy, we were actually drenched in it. And this has played a great role, in the lives of many of the devotees in Malaysia, particularly, I think, our whole family. So I thought I'll start off with the family and then go to the rest of the devotees first, if there is time. Only when I realized that, I'll start off this, and then I realized that this time may not be enough just to tell the amount of compassion, mercy, and so much of uh, blessings that he has actually given this family is immeasurable, actually. So now we can go on, and of course our own endeavors can only take us to a certain level, but the ultimate goal will be attained only by the mercy of Vaishnavas and mercy of Krishna. This has proved extremely true in the lives of many devotees and many disciples, non-disciples of Guru Maharaj through Guru Maharaj. So that is the compassionate nature, merciful nature of Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. And also it in the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 7, verse 30, in the purports, Srila Prabhupada says, the beginning of Krishna consciousness is association of persons who are Krishna conscious. Such association is spiritual and puts one directly in touch with the Supreme Lord. And by his grace, one can understand Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By his grace is by the grace of exalted Vaishnavas. And of course, it's needless for me to say that in our lives, it was His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. And our first encounter with the Guru Maharaj began in 1981, when we were just very, very neophyte devotees. We had just begun. This is one of the very early pictures of Srila Guru Maharaj in Malaysia. And I suppose somewhere around 83, 84, this picture could have been taken. And Guru Maharaj actually came on the 22nd of June, 1981 to Malaysia. That was his first visit to Malaysia. And he came to actually visit three disciples to be precise. He had given invitation during Guru Purnima for just 3 or 4 disciples. So he came to visit them, and 3 of them were in Kuala Lumpur. And he gave class, and the temple president had actually called us and said that a sannyasi is coming from India, and please come to hear. So we went with the family, and that was our first meeting with Srila Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj gave the class, and after that he actually went to we went off. At that time we were very, very, very new devotees. Imagine, we joined in 1981, somewhere early, and Guru Maharaj came in 1981 June or so, after his Vyasa Puja and all that, traveling a little here and there, and then he came here. So after that, we just left. We came. There's a compound that the temple, around the temple. There's a compound. Our car was parked, and we were just leaving the temple. And through the rearview mirror, we could see the temple president running behind the car. So we stopped, and he said, "Come inside, because His Holiness Jayapataka Swami wants to see you all. He wants to just talk to everybody. So please come." And that time we were very few of us. So we said, no, it's okay, doesn't matter, and all that. But the temple president insisted, so we couldn't refuse. So we went in. It was a small private room. And then we sat down, and Guru Maharaj said, you can ask any questions and things like that. So we were talking, and then he first gave a small talk about how important it is to be Krishna conscious, how we have to aim to go to Krishna Loka and all that. So then when it was question time, I asked, so that's okay if, not necessary to be Krishna conscious to be happy and blissful and go back to Krishna and to go back to Krishna Loka. Even if you go to Kailash, things are very nice there and we can be happy there. Even here in Bhuloka, we are all very happy, that there's no kind of distress for me here. I'm happy as I am now. And then Guru Maharaj actually gave me a very nice smile. And then he asked the temple president to bring the Brahma Samhita book. But at that time, there was no printed Brahma Samhita book in Malaysia. It was just some photostated papers and Xerox papers. And so my temple president was trying to find it. Then before he could come back, he explained to me about Devi Dham, Mahesha Dham, Goloka Vrindavan, everything. And he says the highest is Goloka Vrindavan. And we have, even if you go to Mahesha Dham, you are going to hanker to go back to Goloka Vrindavan. And all that. I was not exactly very convinced, but neither did I argue anything there. And then it was just finished. So we went back, got into the car, and we went. And people were going forward, paying obeisances and taking prasadam. But both husband and myself were not so prepared to go and fall, pay obeisances and all that, and also to take any prasadam. It never like kind of we didn't want to do anything of that sort. So we came back, got into the car again. We wanted to drive off when again we saw the temple president come running. He said, "Come back. You have to take prasadam and go. You cannot go without taking prasadam from Guru Maharaj." So we went back. And then he gave prasadam to us. Then he asked a few questions about our personal this thing. What's your name? You asked nice questions and things like that. And then he gave us some prasadam. And we took the prasadam. And then I'm paying obeisances, because I went close to him. Though initially I didn't feel like doing it, but when you go, certain people have that aura that I went there, I just both of us paid obeisances, took the prasadam, and then we came back. So this was our first counter. And then Guru Maharaj left because he just came on a transit at the time. And then later there was not even 2 years into the movement at that time, in 1983, there was a big crisis in Malaysia. As a huge crisis, which actually shook our faith in ISKCON. That kind of crisis, and we were new devotees. But I should say this shower of mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj, it starts from here, actually. The biggest shower, I should say. Somehow, by the causeless mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj, by the causeless mercy of Mahaprabhu, and by the causeless mercy of Lord Krishna, somehow it was arranged, the temple authorities, they just came to visit my mother-in-law who was hospitalized. And then he was just pouring out, so-and-so has come, but they can't stay in the temple because temple is giving some problem. We need a place to stay and all that. And my brother-in-law who was there, he at once volunteered, "Okay, no problem, you can come and stay in my house." So they are husband, wife, and one small baby. So they shifted to a storeroom in the servants' quarters, room, maid's room, and they gave the whole house to Guru Maharaj and his entourage who came. And so we were very close by. So we also got this wonderful opportunity to serve all of them and be part of this historic event of a big change of management in Malaysia. And from then on, I think there were numerous episodes. You can see that right from my mother-in-law, who is no more, Her Grace Atita Guna Dasi, how she was given initiation just at the doorstep. Just the first initiation in Malaysia by Srila Guru Maharaj took place in the lawns of our house. And it was, I think it's an extremely, sorry, the video is giving us some problem here. And it's an extremely historical event. Actually, even in the archives, they were saying that this is a fantastic thing. Somehow we had a friend who recorded it, and who filmed it actually. And later on, we had it in a video cassette, and then we converted it into a CD, and now it's actually available in a CD. And what happened was, yeah, we are just trying to get this video, but meanwhile, I can just tell you. So Guru Maharaj used to stay in the house, and imagine the mercy that this family got, because none of us were initiated at the time. None of us were initiated. We are just into Krishna consciousness. Of course, a couple of, I was chanting 16 rounds. My mother-in-law was chanting 16 rounds, and that's it. All the others were not chanting 16 rounds. But we had an altar. We were vegetarians. We were offering, we were doing everything else. So what happened was, so at that time, Guru Maharaj actually found, looking back, somehow the video came on time. So this is Guru Maharaj in 1983. And he actually called us and he asked, who does the cooking? And I said, yeah, I'm doing the cooking at home. Then he asked, who does the offering? So I said, I do the offering. And then he made me tell, how do you offer? Tell me the mantras. The audio is a little poor. I'm sorry. This is where Guru Maharaj is giving a sannyas initiation to His Holiness Bhakti Vijayendranandana Swami. You can see, and Bhakti Vijayendranandana Swami also has given us a lot of mercy. He also showered us with mercy, we should say, throughout these years. Maharaj just left us a few years ago, and you can see Guru Maharaj there, very agile. Yeah, and some of the very, very senior devotees are also being seated. And this is my mother-in-law who is getting ready, the person with the brown sari. So she is Atita Guna Dasi. She had 3 children. She has 3 children. The first is, the eldest is my husband, who's His Grace Tattva Vidas. And the second is, that's my husband and me during initiation. And the second is Her Grace Leela Madhavi Devi Dasi and a good husband, His Grace Ravilochan Prabhu, who are both very, very, very dear to Guru Maharaj. They did exemplary service for Malaysia, and Guru Maharaj was very, very pleased with them. I'll just speak about how much mercy Guru Maharaj, they had received from Guru Maharaj. And the third person was Her Grace Sudevi Saki Devi Dasi and her good husband, His Grace Radharaj. So you can see that the whole family was an initiated family, and this was such a great advantage, and this was just by the mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj. He just took all of us into the fold, not only all of us. He always told, whenever he visited, he always told us, all the children of my disciples are also my disciples. And he used to very, very nicely talk to them, and kind of encourage them, inspire them. Or he gave them more attention when he came to our house than he gave us. And that is how this is. Let me start with the showers of mercy which were actually poured upon the first family, that is Ravilochan Prabhu, because he's senior by age to my husband. And so Ravilochan Prabhu, this is the good wife, Leela Madhavi, daughter Anisa, and this is Ashwin. And behind you have my mother-in-law there. See, this picture was taken, the Guru Maharaj's another way of showering mercy to all the Malaysian disciples is, he will come every year during Deepavali time, Damodar month, he comes to launch the Damodar. Imagine the amount of mercy we are getting from Guru Maharaj. Every Damodar month, he will be here to launch the Damodar program. And then he'll encourage us to do this Damodar preaching outreach program very nicely. After that, he may go to Australia somewhere, come back, and then he'll come right in time for Deepavali. And during Deepavali morning, he will start his rounds of visiting devotees personally. He'll visit, I think, about 30, 40 houses in a day. Usually Deepavali is celebrated the day before and the day after, 2 days. And Guru Maharaj, imagine each day he'll be visiting so many, maybe even another day, 3 days. He'll go to every person's house. He may not eat in everybody's house, but he will have a drink or some fruits, whatever they offer, he may just touch it. And then he will take a picture like this with the family. So most of the families will have this kind of picture. I remember that one day they went to some devotee's house very late, 11 p.m., because they went to so many houses. That family thought that, Guru Maharaj is not going to come because it's so late. But then they reached the house, knocked the door, woke all of them up and gave darshan and came. So that is the mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj. He's been he shows such compassion, and he never ceases to be, he never gets tired. Everybody who go with him will either be sleeping in the car, or when they come to each house, they'll find a place to just rest or lie down or whatever. But Guru Maharaj is there talking to everybody, finishing, and so many people in each house. There'll be so many people who are coming in there, visiting them. And then he goes on like that. So this Deepavali program was such a big shower of mercy. I think in between this, and then Ravi Lochan Prabhu actually was his driver. Whenever Guru Maharaj comes to Malaysia, Malaysia is a small country, and we actually travel by road from one state to another, and we have programs. It's a country of 30 Ratha Yatras. So Guru Maharaj usually makes it a point to attend as many Ratha Yatras as possible, trying to inspire many of the even small centers. So Ravi Lochan Prabhu, once I'll just like to share just a couple of pastimes to give insight into the glory of Guru Maharaj. Into I should say his aspect, which many people cannot fathom, to realize this aspect of Guru Maharaj. The care which is very intrinsic, I should say. And actually, Guru Maharaj, he went to a small center, a very small center. So only there was place only for Guru Maharaj to stay, and maybe the servant to stay. And Ravi Lochan Prabhu did not have a place to stay. So he decided to sleep in the car. So Guru Maharaj, after dinner and all that, asked him, what are you going to do? Where are you going to sleep? He said, I'll sleep in the car. So Guru Maharaj said, you're going to sleep in the car? You better be careful. He told like that. And then Ravi Lochan Prabhu thought he meant that somebody may attack him, or some robbers or something like that. He said, no, here it's very safe. He told like that, So Guru Maharaj went to sleep. Then morning he got up, he came down, and he straight asked Ravi Lochan Prabhu, did you sleep well? I'm sure you wouldn't have slept well. And Ravi Lochan Prabhu said, how did you know? Yes, Guru Maharaj, I couldn't sleep because there was some supernatural element kind of thing, which was actually choking me down. I had to get up several times. It was very difficult for me to sleep. That is why I told you to be careful not to sleep there. And but you insisted. I knew about this. You see, this is the way Guru Maharaj, he can see things kind of. And then another time, and when actually there is so much to tell about both this couple and this whole family who dedicated their whole lives. Both of them, both husband and wife, are no more, but they have been very good book distributors, and Guru Maharaj was very, very pleased with their services. And Mataji was actually a part of the leader of the women's wing in Hindu Sangam, and she used to bring many VIPs to meet Guru Maharaj. Sometimes we also will be thinking, why is this minister coming? Why is that minister? He's not at all so favorable and all. But Guru Maharaj always liked to meet all the VIPs, and she will somehow bring the VIPs, and Guru Maharaj will definitely give time. He will meet them, and he'll say, this is the way we can actually give some connection to Krishna consciousness. We have to meet them, whether they are favorable or not favorable. Slowly, by this attachment, they will become favorable later. So like that, when Ravi Lochan Prabhu passed away, actually Guru Maharaj gave, while he was sick at the hospital, His Grace Marichi Prabhu made a video call. Both Guru Maharaj, this was in 2014, both Guru Maharaj is also very, very, very sick, tired, not able to talk. He was this thing, because this was post-stroke time, And then Ravi Lochan Prabhu also, he was terminally ill. He is also tired, very sick. But both of them in the video call somehow managed to converse with each other in such an inspiring way. Guru Maharaj also gave him so much of inspiration. And Ravi Lochan Prabhu kept saying, all I want is to just serve you, Guru Maharaj. Wherever I am, wherever I go, I just want to serve you. He kept repeating that all the time to Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj also reciprocated in such a way that during his Smriti Sabha, Guru Maharaj actually sent a very nice voice message. And I'll just highlight, this is the voice message, which was transcribed. And he says, as soon as I heard that you have left the body, I felt, both simultaneously happiness and separation. And then he gives the reason, sadness, because I know that you're a very nice devotee, and how you have given your life, and how you've supported the devotees here. and has been a mentor to the many devotees here, and you've utilized your time in Krishna consciousness. And then he says, I mean, I don't, because we're so much to talk, so I'm just skipping some of the lines. And he also said that I will always appreciate your help and association for a long time. You have been a stalwart, and I don't know when I will get a great assistant like you again. I mean, these words coming from Guru Maharaj is a big thing. I mean, he is such a great personality himself, and to recognize some small services that we have been doing is such a great shower of mercy. And also he has written at the end, you have touched the hearts of many people. Certainly Krishna will keep you under his care. So this mercy, certainly Krishna will keep you under his, can come only through him, can't come through anybody else. So this is a great solace that the family gets every time. You will understand, as I'm going through, that many times Guru Maharaj stood by this family to give so much of mental support and so much of consolation all the while. Then we can see that his daughter Anisa, oh, this is about Leela Madhavi. So when when Prabhu left the body, Mataji was feeling a little depressed. So she wrote to Guru Maharaj that she's feeling unusually depressed, and she is crying all the time. So Guru Maharaj very nicely replied, took time to reply to her. It's not unusual to be crying. I think about him, I also cry. You see how nicely he's putting it. What to speak of you? This is such great consolation. And Krishna promised that his devotees will never perish. Namai bhaktya pranashyati. So like that, he was going on, giving her so much of hope, and that is so much of mercy came to Mataji also. And after that, after reading all this, she felt so much better. She felt much better. No. Next, we go to the daughter. So this is their children, as I told you. This is Anisa. Anisa, she had just come out of school, and she entered into a college to do her interior decoration course. And Guru Maharaj was there at the house, and he was talking to her as usual. And he asked her, and she said, interior decoration. So at once, imagine, she must have been 19, 20 years old at that time. Guru Maharaj quickly brought out from a suitcase the whole master plan of Mayapur, laid it on the table, and explained to her everything. Imagine, she is just stepping into interior deco. See, you can help me here, he says to her. And he shows, so you're an interior decorator, you're going to do interior decoration. So this is what we plan to do in Mayapur, and he's just explaining. I mean, this is to show that he doesn't think about age. He just wants them to be, to give them some mercy, so that they will all kind of benefit from this mercy. And next we come to his son, to their son. This is Ashwin. See, Ashwin, this is a fantastic pastime. My husband has shared this pastime in a couple of JSS meetings, but I like to share it here as well. So Ashwin, actually on a Vijayadasami day, actually this happened on a Vijayadasami day, he learns Mridangam and also some vocal music at that time, if I'm not mistaken. So he went to buy some flowers and some things like that to offer to his teacher. So on the way, he met with a very bad accident. So this is a little boy. When he was a little boy, you can see Guru Maharaj in our house. He is giving him some sweets. They all love Guru Maharaj, all the children. So when he grew up, this is the car. Look at the state of the car after the accident. Actually, they couldn't even open. They couldn't bring him out. They had to break the car, the doors and things like that, and then bring him out. Oh, it was such a very, very kind of topsy-turvy, turned around. I don't want to recall that event at all. And then he was in the hospital. We got a call. All of us rushed, and he was totally in coma. He had a very bad head injury. Then he was admitted in ICU. All the doctors gave up hope. And then again, there was a Deepavali visit. And Guru Maharaj actually came to our house. And he always comes, he has lunch here. And then he'll rest for a while. So after rest, while he was resting, my husband was with him, taking care of his needs. there upstairs. And then my husband slowly told him that this thing happened to Ravilochan's son. He asked me to tell you about the son, and he is requesting for blessings for the son. So then my husband explained about the accident. So Guru Maharaj said, "Oh, this okay, shall I go and see him?" And they all went. After that, after Guru Maharaj got up, showered and dressed up, they all went to see Ashwin in the hospital. Ashwin, the doctors have already given up hope, and he has been put in an ICU ward. This is Ashwin in the bed. And then Guru Maharaj went to see him. Ashwin he never spoke after the accident. He never got up, never opened the eyes, never spoke anything. Okay, he's just breathing, and his heart is beating. That's there, So, and he was there, and what happened was, we can see Guru Maharaj, and this is His Holiness Bhakti Vrijendrananda Maharaj also went there, and some few devotees. And Ashwin, as soon as they went in, so long he was lying down flat, you can see he was tied up and all that. He somehow tried to get up when he heard Guru Maharaj's voice, like saying Hare Krishna, or something like that. He just got up for a while, just bent his head like that with his arms, and then he went back. He just lay down back, and then Guru Maharaj was talking to Ravilochan Prabhu, that is Ravilochan Prabhu beside, in front of Guru Maharaj, you can see. And after that, Guru Maharaj left. While Guru Maharaj was leaving, because a Chinese family observed this, Ashwin, who never got up, who never opened the eyes, never did anything. But as soon as Guru Maharaj came and stood there, he just got up and put his hands together and lay down. A lady watched this. So Guru Maharaj actually, after speaking to Ravilochan, he walked out. He walked out of the intensive care unit. Then quickly, this lady came running and told Ravilochan Prabhu, to tell this Sifu, this Chinese lady. So she said, ask this person, this sannyasi, to come and also bless my husband. Doctors have given up hope already. Please come and bless my husband. Ask him to come and bless my husband. That's my only hope. Please, please. So Ravilochan Prabhu told, he was a bit hesitant, Ravilochan Prabhu. I mean, Guru Maharaj coming to the hospital itself is a big thing, and then we make him go to everybody's bed. He was not actually up to it, but he just translated whatever that lady told to Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj at once walked with the lady. He walked, crossed a few beds and went in and stood there. He put Narshinga oil, on his forehead, on his hands, everywhere, and chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, everything. And then, also put his stick, and they also blessed the lady, gave the Narshinga oil to the lady as well, everything. And then he came out. The thing is, you can see after that, Ashwin also came back. And that lady's husband also was discharged after a couple of days. So this is the biggest miracle, and it was performed by Guru Maharaj, So this thing, and you can see Ashwin soon, maybe many months after the accident, he was still like that. And then Guru Maharaj came for a devotee's wedding, and then we brought him there. He's still on a wheelchair. And this is actually our late Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu there, who is telling Guru Maharaj about him. And like that, you can see Guru Maharaj blessing him. And so this is very nice. The Chinese. The thing is, we forgot to take the name of the Chinese lady. Even yesterday, Marichi Prabhu, I was just talking to Marichi Prabhu, and I was telling him I want to tell this pastime, because Marichi Prabhu was there during this pastime, and he was in the hospital. He followed Guru Maharaj. And he said that, do you know the name of the Chinese lady? Do you know the name? I said, no, sorry, we didn't get the name. So like that, we didn't get the name of the family, the Chinese family. Okay, so that is about their family. Okay. And of course, I don't need to say much about Suyadev and Radharaj, they are because they gave their whole house, and Guru Maharaj was there, living in the. He used to always say that's the longest time he stayed in any Grahasta's house until he went to Chennai for his transplant. Then Ajita Gauranga Prabhu actually took over that record, So initially he stayed with Radharaj Prabhu and Sudevi, and of course they also were very, very, so much of mercy they got from Guru Maharaj and are still getting from Guru Maharaj. And then we go on to my husband and I and my children. I just like to say the amount of showers of mercy that we got. So this is my husband, His Grace Tattva with Prabhu. And from the beginning, of course, he used to distribute a lot of books. I think now this time Guru Maharaj is actually recognizing his contribution for having sold the most number of books or something like that. He's giving him a gift. Actually, like I told you, the showers not only came as drizzles and a nice breeze and all that, we have also had the other side of different aspect of Guru Maharaj's mercy. We got a lot of chastisement, especially both my husband and I at different occasions. Many times Guru Maharaj has chastised us. So I'd like to share all those pastimes as well, because there was a wedding in the temple, and this wedding, this is the first time we are having a wedding, maybe, or the second time. We're not so involved, All I used to go and cook for the wedding, and my husband just used to watch. He also used to help me in the cooking, and then we came back. We just watched the wedding. The temple president used to do he will be the priest. He'll be the all in all. He'll do everything. So Guru Maharaj will be there watching, and he will instruct him what to do. Finish the wedding, got over. And then he said, come serve prasadam. Where is the table? Where is this thing? Where is the chair for them to sit down? Because people are coming and greeting them and all that. Never prepared anything of that sort in the temple. So the person who was there was my husband, and my poor husband doesn't know anything about that marriage at that time. And Maharaj really gave him this thing. How can you be like this? You're a grahastha here. You're the senior grahastha here. How can you not look into all these aspects? This is very bad. This, that. Guru Maharaj really gave him a real sauce. And then there was another time something happened, and Guru Maharaj really shouted at him, for something which was actually not his fault. But he said, but my Prabhu, they never said anything. All the times Prabhu will never say anything. So he just kept quiet. Then after some time, Guru Maharaj came back and gave him a big hug. Just few minutes, not even, no, not one day, not half an hour, nothing. Few minutes later, Guru Maharaj came back and gave him a big hug, and but never said anything. He just that gesture of just coming back and hugging spoke millions of words, showered, I think, millions of showers. So that is so that is one thing. And yeah, and then his second initiation was also a big second initiation. He was there, and Guru Maharaj initiation means interviews and this and that and all that. So Guru Maharaj came there, and we went up to see Guru Maharaj. So all interviews were going on, first initiation interviews. In those days, Guru Maharaj personally interviewed everybody, and so he said, okay, Tattva with Prabhu, because Guru Maharaj, he always helps in his tickets. The family has a ticketing office, so he will help with the tickets and visas and all that, my husband. So he said, he's someplace, I don't know which place. So now you go to that embassy, get me this visa and come. Then then I said, Guru Maharaj, we're supposed to have our second initiation interviews, because Guru Maharaj has been chasing us to take second initiation. And, finally we came there, and then we can't do the interview. I just reminded gently to, don't worry, he told me. Then my husband went, and, it took such a long time to come back. He came back right in time for initiation. So then they said, okay, come for interview and all that. Guru Maharaj said, no need for interview for him. He has got my visa, so no need to interview him. And he gave him the second initiation. So that was a nice pastime with Guru Maharaj. Then again, coming to my own self, I think when Guru Maharaj was when he came in, as I told you all, he asked me for the mantras and all that. And then I said, I could look back, actually what he did was he gave me a kind of informal initiation, made me tell his pranam mantras, made me tell the offering mantras and the kind of, because none of us are initiated. So he wanted to make sure his cook is initiated and things like that, at least partially. So, because when I now, after that, many years later, when I take candidates for initiation to him and then introduce them to him and talk to him about the candidate, and then he will tell me, okay, tell my pranam mantra, Prabhupada's I mean, the same scenario, I always recall every initiation. I recall, oh, this is what he did for me at that time, even before I was ready for initiation. So that was a very nice this thing. And then later, once Simeshwar Prabhu, currently our co-regional secretary, he was at that time temple president in Sri Jagannath Mandir, Kuala Lumpur, where I serve. So he came and he told me, you see, Guru Maharaj wants you to take up this marriage bureau. At that time, I was, I think, less than 30 years old, maybe 28, 29, 30, maybe 30, 31, I'm not sure. Okay. And he told he wants you to take up this marriage bureau services. You have to make sure they are, that kind. I said, sorry, Prabhu, I'm not into all this. I don't want to do this service. Sorry, I cannot do all this, matchmaking and all that. I don't want to do. I've got no experience. Get someone older than me. So he went and he told Guru Maharaj the same thing, that she doesn't want to do the service and all that. Guru Maharaj called me up to the room and gave me a good shelling. He said, when I say you must do, why are you not doing? So you have to take up that service. Who else is there to take up that service? Now you tell me who is going to do that service. You give me one person who will do that service. Why do you have to refuse when I tell you something? That, he gave me a real good sourcing. So that was one. And many times like this. I think once there was something happened in the temple. So, I mean, we know that something went wrong, and but we are so confident that somebody, our management is there, they're handling it. We have good faith in the management. They're handling, so we did not interfere much. Guru Maharaj came a few weeks after that, and then he was settling. I think he was a little upset about all those events. Then when we came when he happened to see us separately, alone, he asked, "Do you know that these things happened?" Then we said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj." "What did you do about it?" And we were shocked. We said that the temple management knows Guru Maharaj, so they are taking some action, so we did not do anything. How can you do this? How can you do this? How are you so irresponsible? You have to take responsibility. Next time anything happens in this temple, I'll come first and catch you all. You all are senior devotees here. You all must take this responsibility. And then he went out of the way to give a telephone number. You see, in those days, it's very difficult to contact Guru Maharaj. Not like now, he's emails, WhatsApp. Now we have this app. Everything is here. That time, nothing. No hand phones, nothing. So he said, this is my one secretary's number, he said. That was an Indian number. He will always be in my room, in India, in the Lotus building. And he knows where I am in the world. Wherever I am in the world, he knows. So you tell him that you want to speak to me or what is your problem, and he will contact me and I will contact you back. So you see, this is the way. And he told us to keep that number. So like that, Guru Maharaj not only showed his mercy through different ways, like I said, showers, drizzles, pleasant breezes, thunderstorms, everything. But he also very, very subtly trained us how to be responsible devotees and how to take responsibilities in the management, even though we didn't hold any posts. Till now, none of us, only now recently we are getting all these posts. Before that, we never held any post in the temple, but yet he made us do really responsible work in the temple. He inspired us to take up responsibility. And so that is some training which he gave us very subtly, I should say. And coming to my daughter, the showers of mercy she got. Actually, once, I mean, this picture actually reminds me of that. Like this, we went, once we were sitting down and we were talking to Guru Maharaj as a family. And that time my daughter has just finished schooling and she wants to go abroad. She wants to go to America to study. I mean, coming from a very conservative family, we were not very keen on sending her overseas. We said, we asked her to study here, but she was a little adamant, I should say, and she wanted to go. Then finally she said, okay, I'm going to ask Guru Maharaj. She told like that. I said, okay, come and ask Guru Maharaj. So she came and she asked Guru Maharaj, no, Guru Maharaj, I want to go to such a place to study and all that. And then Guru Maharaj started off in a very nice way, encouraging her to go. I got the shock of my life. So I was just, both my children were sitting in front and my husband and I were sitting at the back. So I quickly looked at Guru Maharaj's eyes and I said, don't encourage her. That kind of thing. I shook my head. Then he kind of understood my feelings and he slowly spoke to her in such a way that she has to be careful. It's not easy to live. But if you're going, if you really decide, you'd let me know. I will see what can be done. And, that kind of this thing went. And finally, I mean, since Guru Maharaj kind of gave the blessings, we also agreed to send her abroad. And it turned out quite, I mean, she had very good association there and with devotees, and she came back quite fired up in Krishna consciousness. And another time where I got a good chastisement from Guru Maharaj is also worth recalling, that he had actually arranged for her marriage with a devotee, His Grace Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. And we don't know anything about Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, except that he is in Bangalore. So when Guru Maharaj told us this in one visit, Mahavaraha Prabhu actually told us, and then later on Guru Maharaj also told me directly, I didn't pay much heed, I should be very frank, because I didn't have the confidence that my daughter, she was having a hi-fi job here, well paid, she was leading that kind of life, that I didn't have the confidence that she will go back, she will go to India and she can live, I mean, have a happily married life there. I had my own reservations about it. So I didn't want to say no to Guru Maharaj. And I thought this if I don't pursue this matter, Guru Maharaj is going to just leave it. That's all is there to it. But he kept insisting. And then I said, one day I just frankly told him, this was in the airport. He's leaving. And in the airport, he wanted to speak to me separately. All the other devotees were standing a little further away. And then he told me, what's your problem? I said, Guru Maharaj, my problem is I don't know anything about this person. And I feel, somebody told me he doesn't have a job. This girl can't come as a full-time devotee. Please understand, she gave me one good shilling. You think I don't know about your family? You think I will ever recommend to you anybody like that who is not suitable for your family? How can you think like that? I know everything. I know. Who told you he doesn't have a job? He has got a job. He has got ice cream shops. He's got this. His father is this, is that. All that he really blasted me. People there also just, my Simeshwar Prabhu turned back and he wanted to come. He's wondering what's happening. Why is Guru Maharaj taking? I just showed him my hand. I said, wait there, don't come. And then, and then I said, okay, Guru Maharaj, since you are so insistent, we will try this. No, we will look into it. And finally, of course, it came out very well. And she is married to Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. And we're very, very happy to have a son-in-law like Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, who has also received immense mercy showers from Srila Guru Maharaj, I should say. And also, another time before all this, my daughter, she just returned from America after a course. And there was a Radha Yatra, and she was standing next to me and we were at the rope. We are pulling the ropes and we were just ready. The Radha is going to leave and we are just standing there. And Guru Maharaj is walking in the center. The two ropes are there and in center there's a space. So he's just walking. He saw both of us. He came straight to her and he said, so how are you? And all that. And then I don't know if he asked her how many rounds you're chanting or something. And then he said, so when are you going to take initiation? He said like that. Then she just smiled and she was keeping quiet. So I told Guru Maharaj, she is hesitating to take initiation from you, Guru Maharaj, because she's very worried that she'll be a burden to you. So she is thinking twice, because you already have so many disciples. She also doesn't want to become a disciple and become a burden to you. That's the reason she gave me just now. Some time ago. Then Guru Maharaj at once, his face changed. Actually, he said, "No, how can you be a burden to me? I need so much help to fulfill Prabhupada's mission. I need your help. I want disciples. No, how can you be a burden? You will only are going to be a great help for me if you get initiation, if you take initiation." And like that, he stressed that for a few minutes, and then he went off. And sure enough, that blessing, I think now she's trying her best, to be to help Guru Maharaj and her husband in many of his preaching activities, like that. That was there. And later, one day, what happened was, I think now, when I was ill myself, I also had some health crisis. So I wrote to, how much time do we have? Am I going? Oh, 5 more minutes, sorry, then I'll have to really finish fast. When I was undergoing a health crisis as well, Guru Maharaj actually, I told Sameshwar Prabhu to write an email. At that time, only emails. So write an email to Guru Maharaj, and I think he was too caught up. He didn't write any email. So the day I was leaving to the hospital for a surgery, for a major surgery, I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj that this is my problem. I'm going for a major surgery, and just left it at that. This is just to inform you, Guru Maharaj. So, and then I got admitted in the hospital. I was in the hospital. Suddenly, my son gets a phone call. My son was with me at that time. Then he gets a phone call. All the brahmacharis are talking to him, how's your mother? What is happening? Apparently, he has called Sameshwar Prabhu on Skype, and he's asking, and they are not able to tell my status properly. He was a little upset. So they were trying to call my son to find out, because they called my phone. It was with my husband. So then he took my phone number from them, and he called and spoke to my husband and found out how I am, what I'm doing. And then he gave me a very nice reply for that email. He said, "You are my," actually at that time, I thought, that's all, I've got almost, maybe I'll be terminally ill and stuff like that. I was not like very optimistic about my health. And Guru Maharaj wrote, "You are my very dear disciple, this is just a temporary setback for you. You will come back and you will continue your services." Something like that, I have lost that email, and that gave me probably a lot of encouragement. And somehow I went through that storm, and I became normal. Of course, I've got a lot of health problems, but still can function at least. So that is, and I always, after that, I've admired Guru Maharaj, the way he is, that even in that state of his tenacity, his strength, even in this face of adversity, how he just doesn't think he is this body. That went a long way. Actually, we were very close. All these things happened to us very close. First, I had this health crisis. Second, Guru Maharaj had 2007. I had 2008. Guru Maharaj 2009. We lost His Grace Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu. These were really very great impacts in my life. Very depressing period during the time. And if it wasn't for Guru Maharaj, even in that state, he gave us so much mercy, so much of reassurance, everything, especially when Uttama Prabhu passed away, we went to see him. And, he spoke to us in such a manner that we shouldn't lose hope. We should continue all his principles and things like that. So that was how Guru Maharaj really showered his mercy. And finally, I'd like to say something about my son. See, he brought Ashwin back to life. And at the same time, one person, he did that, and another person, he gave a very good send-off. So this is Hari Charan, and Haricharan suddenly fell ill and he developed some septicemia, multi-organ failure and stuff like that. So, and it never struck me to call Guru Maharaj because the turn of events was so sudden. So I didn't call Guru Maharaj at all, but it so happened it was a Saturday. And then my daughter asked to listen to the class. You know, she always reminds us about the Saturday class. So we put the class over the phone for him. So he was listening. He was mostly like semi-conscious almost.
Guru Maharaj's class also.
And then Guru Maharaj
Guru
in the
Maharaj.
class, then they gave us darshan, you know, they gave us darshan. So like that, Guru Maharaj gave the darshan. And then I told him that he is very ill. Then Mahavara Prabhu called me back. What happened to Hari or something like that, he asked. He sent, I think he called and I didn't pick the phone. Then he sent a message. Before I could even reply the message, there was another message saying that Guru Maharaj is arranging a special darshan for Shantirupa and family. Immediately, Guru Maharaj came on videos on a Zoom call, and my daughter had this thing to invite a few of the Malaysian devotees as well for the Zoom call. And the way he inquired and everything, and then finally he said, "I want to speak to him. Put the phone near his ear. I want to tell some mantras." Uh, and actually Hari has been very lucky, you know, in the sense when he was very naughty, you know, when we had problems with him during his teenage, we always confide everything in Guru Maharaj. So we were telling Guru Maharaj about this, you know. Guru Maharaj said, "Oh, don't worry about him. You send him with me. I'll take him wherever I'm traveling. I'll take him and go. You know, let him be with me. I will look after him." But I only didn't want to send him, you know. I didn't want to give any problem to Guru Maharaj. And then later on also Guru Maharaj was inquiring about him, always talks to him and all that. And inquiring about him, then he said, he was also there beside us at the time. And then we were just telling him and making jokes out of him and all that. And Guru Maharaj said, "Get him married, you know, quickly." And then at that time, I think his age was only 22 or something like that, 22, 23 maybe. I said, "Maharaj, get him married. Who will want to marry him?" "No way, Guru Maharaj," something like that. I'm saying, "No, I'll find a girl for him." You know, that kind of thing. I think he even told him some name or something like that, you know. You know, there's this girl who is here now from I don't know which country. No, Guru Maharaj is like that. You know, Guru Maharaj is so much of mercy, so much of understanding, you know. And then later, look at this mercy which he got. You know, this is actually undeserving. It is causeless, purely causeless for each one and every one of us in the family for that matter. And we just put the phone in the ear, and I was actually feeling very embarrassed because we are taking so much time. I thought, okay, the darshan was given already for us during the class time, and now when he came especially for us, I was actually feeling very bad that we are taking so much of his time. I'm trying to say, yeah, okay, Guru Maharaj, okay, Guru Maharaj, but Guru Maharaj is continuing to talk to us, you know. And then he said, "No, I want to speak to him. Put the phone near his ear. You know, I want to tell him some mantras." So then he tells all the mantras.
Also, Guru Maharaj can chant. Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So, like this, Guru Maharaj actually has been extremely merciful. Actually, I wanted to tell much more about other devotees in Malaysia, how they also received, but looks like time is very, very less. So maybe in another session we can talk about the other families which have received similar kinds of mercy showers. Okay? So I thank you all very much for this. So is that all right, or is there time for some question answers? Or
I think we can do one more story if you
pardon, Prabhu?
maybe you can do one more story if you want.
One more, one. Okay, I can. Okay, since it was too family oriented, let me go to the devotees. Just a small, I think, a peek into the immense mercy, of certain devotees. God. Okay, there was this Mataji who was very young, and the temple, this was, I think, very early, late, I'm not sure, 2000, late 2000s, maybe, 2005, 6, 7, like that. Okay. He brought a Mataji to me, the temple president, His Grace Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu. So it should be much before 2007, you know. So 2004, if I'm not mistaken. And I was cooking in the kitchen. He brought this lady and he said, Mataji, this Mataji wants to take initiation from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. So I'm leaving her with you. I said, okay. Then I used to speak to her. She's a very nice lady, very, very, very nice Mataji. She was very young at that time, something like my daughter. So she'll always be with me, always help me. She has hardly spoke to anybody else. And like this, but I knew that her husband is from the Gaudiya Mutt. He's a devotee there because the place, her hometown is where there is a Gaudiya Mutt temple. But they're very nice devotees, the Gaudiya Mutt people also. We know them. They come for our Radhayatras there and all that. So this, but she wanted to take initiation from Guru Maharaj, and we also we were okay with it because they were very nice couple, both of them, the husband and wife, very, very nice couple. Later, what happened was, due to some turn of events, Guru Maharaj also got all this stroke and all that. Some turn of events, it so happened that the Gaudiya Mutt Guru came, and somehow she was pulled into, because there the initiation ceremony is different, not so formalized like ours. She just went to take some blessings, and then they gave her a name, and they initiated her. Let me put it that way. So this was beyond her, and she did not expect this, and neither could she prevent it. So this happened. So later she came back to me and she told me the whole thing. This thing happened, and she was crying and crying and crying. She said, "No, I only want Jayapataka Maharaj as my guru. I don't want anybody else. I told her, look, and I was very worried because already there are some problems at times which have been cropped up, which cropped before, in our management and all that, with Gaudiya Mutt and us, and devotees going from here to there and coming from there. So there has been problems. So I was very careful in handling, and I told her, please, Mataji, to get a guru is you are destined to get. So this is your guru, and he's a very nice person. I know, we know about him. So you just serve him. That is all is there to it. Already initiation has been given, cannot be taken back. Please understand, and things like that. And but she no, and I just abruptly, because I was worried. I know if I bring this up to Guru Maharaj somehow will want to help her, and then there will be some problem with Gaudiya Mutt, us, and all that in Malaysia. And so I just wanted to stay clear of all this, and I didn't want to put Guru Maharaj into any trouble. So I took the decision myself, and I just told her, you just go along there. Your husband is also there. So you go and serve that guru with your husband. That's it. Then no, but she was very insistent. What she did was she went to my husband, and then she cried and she cried and she cried. And my husband has a very soft spot, So he told me, and so he just, I don't know how he consoled her. Then he came back, when he came home, he told me, why are you not helping this girl out? She's been such a nice devotee. Why are you not? I said, no, I don't want to have any problems with this, for Guru Maharaj, with this thing, you don't understand. I'm not. He said, no, you have no right to make this decision. Yeah, this is between a guru and a disciple. How can you take your own decision in this? You should at least ask Guru Maharaj what to do. You explain everything. You say your concerns, that you're worried about this. I know you don't want Guru Maharaj to be into trouble, or you don't want ISKCON Malaysia to be into trouble. So you tell all this to Guru Maharaj, and then you allow Guru Maharaj to take the decision. Why are you taking the decision for her? You are unnecessarily. He gave me a big lecture, my husband. So I said, okay. I thought, yeah, what he's saying is very correct. I should not, I'm stepping, taking an extra step here. So let me just come back. And I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj, explaining the situation. And Guru Maharaj wrote a very nice reply. He told me, okay, tell that candidate to get a letter from her guru, that he is okay that I can take initiation, that I can give her initiation. If he is all right with it, I'm willing to give her. I thought, what a wonderful way. Guru Maharaj has dealt with this whole subject. After all, my husband was very right. Who will ever go back to the Guru and tell the Guru, Guruji, you have given me initiation. I don't want your initiation. I want to take initiation from somewhere else. See, now this Mataji cannot do anything. So she won't kind of trouble us anymore. So I showed that email to her. And she was such a nice, her attachment to the Guru was so great, that she went back to that Guru, and that Guru said, we are all in one family, we are all in one family, and we know about Jayapataka Maharaj. He's a great personality, we have no objections. And he gave a letter. He gave a letter to that extent. Wrote a letter, and she came and gave me that letter. I sent that email to Guru Maharaj. And imagine Guru Maharaj, the story doesn't stop here. This is the best part afterwards. Guru Maharaj read that letter, and I just imagine the mercy of not only Guru Maharaj, even the other Guru, And Guru Maharaj said, see, this Guru is being so magnanimous, he's being so nice. I should also respect him. After all, he's a good standing Guru. How can we, we cannot take the disciple like that from a Guru. The disciple should take another Guru only if that Guru falls. Then she's eligible to take another Guru. But this is her Guru is of good standing. So let that initiation stand. Let it be. You train her for second initiation. Next time I come to Malaysia, I'll give a second initiation. And then the next time he gave her the second initiation. So this is so, everybody can see how Guru Maharaj was so diplomatic, number one, in dealing with the whole situation. And, and how much mercy he showed on that Mataji, how much he respected her feelings, and he went way out to do things for her. So that is the greatness of Guru Maharaj, and so much. Like this, there are so many incidents where Guru Maharaj has done so many things for so many devotees here in Malaysia. Actually, it's, we have to really go a long, long, long way. But I thought this time I have to speak out all this because I am also getting old. I am also having multiple problems. And then, also age is catching up, and I'm forgetting so many things, so I thought it's better I speak out, though it was more of a family thing. But I thought it's high time we speak about whatever we have felt about Guru Maharaj and what he has done for us. Many people may not know. They may just think, oh, these senior devotees, that's all. Many of the devotees have got immense attention from Guru Maharaj in Malaysia. Many of them stayed in people's houses, and so much. Even our own president, His Grace Lokabandhu Gauranga Prabhu, his father was a very senior devotee. He's no more. And Guru Maharaj used to stay in their house, with so many children there, everything, he just stayed in a small place. And he gave them so much mercy. That same family also, if we interview them, they will give stories and stories about Guru Maharaj's mercy. So like this, I think, and not only in Malaysia, the world over, I'm sure people will be having immense stories, immense showers, which will just drench all of us. I'm very sure. With this, I think I don't want to take much time. Definitely we'll meet again, this was done more for my own purification. Of course, I've got no qualifications whatsoever to speak about Guru Maharaj, but I attempted this just for my own purification, actually, and of course, Guru Maharaj's glories cannot be spoken by ordinary people. Hare Krishna. Thank you for being patient. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. I think the total, everyone stayed glued to their seat, including me. Thank you.
Krishna.
I think yes, a very nice start to the year 2021 with your immense showers. I think you gave us the showers.
Hare Krishna.
If I may ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, so being in the health committee, and Guru Maharaj is going through the 7th day today,
Yeah.
Would you like to say something, everyone?
Okay. Guru Maharaj is okay. Only the health committee is not okay. We are unnecessary. I mean, we are really under tremendous stress, and we are hoping everything will go on well, and each and every person in the health committee is doing the best to give the best to Guru Maharaj, and we are in constant touch with the transplant team, and they are also very hopeful, and so we are just following their advice, and everything is going on smoothly until today. Even just now, a few hours ago, I was reading some messages, and yeah, we are okay. Every day, this morning also, we spoke with the transplant team. They came over on Zoom and gave advice, and we are following it. And Guru Maharaj also is, you can see his own health bulletins he's giving now. So you can see that he was even, because I could see the remark, he told his diabetes is high, and then he said the JPS Seva committee gets disturbed when I say anything about my health, because they get a number of calls. If you say diabetes, we're getting about 100 messages and calls saying how to treat diabetes. So that is what we were trying to, JPS Seva committee was trying to tell Guru Maharaj about his bulletins, his own bulletins. So Guru Maharaj is okay. Even once he commented, okay, so we are all a very happy, positive family. When he heard all the servants became positive, and he also became positive. So that is Guru Maharaj's mood. He is always jovial, and he's making the best out of it. But of course, there are some shortcomings like servants and this and that, but they're all coping very well, I should say. And of course, prayers are helping a lot. So we request everybody to continue to pray, and I'm sure Guru Maharaj will come out of this crisis soon.
Thank you. So there were some questions which was coming here also to ask you to tell about some alternative therapies and alternative treatments and others. So
Okay.
I'm sure you are also be getting
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yeah, this happens to, I think all the health committee must be receiving such messages. Anyway, please, they can always privately send to me, and we can see if anything can be considered.
Okay. Would anyone have any questions for Mataji? And maybe one last question for the day.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
can see Anukul Prabhu is here. My humble obeisances to you, Prabhu.
He's gone to take the prasadam obeisances to the whole family. It was lovely
Hare
listening
Krishna,
to you.
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I mean, I'm being just glued, and obeisances to you. And of course, Adi
Hare
Prabhu and your
Krishna.
daughter is always on my mind. They're such
Yes.
lovely devotees.
Yes, she always mentions how you're looking after her nicely.
No. She's it's blessed to have devotees like her and Prabhu around.
Hare
And
Krishna,
listening to
Hare
you today,
Krishna.
I can understand where the mercy comes from, where the
Hari
training
Bol.
comes from.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Danvat
Yes.
Mataji. Really
Hare
Danvat.
Krishna. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavats to you, Mataji. Hare
Danvat.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else whom I know? Who else is here?
there is one question on if you
Yes,
like
Prabhu.
to answer. There's a question from Srinivas Nitai Prabhu asking any pastimes with Bhakti Vrajendra Maharaj and Guru Maharaj.
Oh, a lot of pastimes.
Last question, if you want.
Yeah, we had, okay, I can tell you something which personally, I had many. Bhakti Vrajendra Maharaj has been a great source of inspiration for us. You see, many times, that will take another class. Another 40 years being, in 4 minutes, it's a little impossible. Anyway, Bhakti Vrajendra Maharaj is one of, the earliest devotees whom we were always in contact, was always inspiring us and, helping us in so many ways. So I remember very well once there were some books he was such a good book distributor. There was this Prabhupada's archives, the whole set. It was just lying down in the BBT, and nobody bothered to actually sell them. And it was not actually being sold because it's one thing, it's expensive and not many people were buying those sets. He just saw those books in the BBT. Straight away, he came to every one of us. He came to my clinic. Then I told him, no, my husband should decide on this. He went straight to he asked me, where is your husband, in the office? Or I said, he's at home now. He went straight home, made him buy that thing. Like that, he went to everybody's house and that he actually emptied the BBT of all the archives. So all that Prabhupada's archives he sold. He was such a great book distributor. And personally, you see, when I started doing when I opened up my own practice, none of the devotees, Prabhavishnu Swami was our GBC at the time. And so he didn't like me opening my own clinic. He didn't like me doing it because he thought that my services will be hindered, that I may not do what I was already doing. And he was really upset. When I got my job, he was upset, and then when I opened my clinic, he was upset. He was not at all into me being a doctor. I can say that very nicely. you know so he was always very he wanted us to become full-time devotees, let me put it that way. Then what happened was, then when I opened this clinic, somehow Bhakti Vijayanandana Maharaj got to know that I'm opening this clinic. I didn't tell him because I don't want to tell anybody, because everybody is kind of, the whole thing is backfiring. Devotees are getting angry with me for opening, or at least the top level devotees, I should say, including His Grace Simeshwar Prabhu. He never came for the opening ceremony. Can you imagine? So I didn't want to call
Bhakti.
Bhakti.
Photo कैसे आवेगी?
Pardon?
Oh sorry Mataji.
Okay. And then what happened was, but Bhakti Vijayananda Maharaj called me. Seldom Maharaj calls a Mataji. Okay. That's Maharaj. So he called me and I thought, okay, now I'm going to get the shelling of the day. Today, now I was waiting. Now he is going to tell me who asked you to open the clinic, why are you doing this and all that. So I just picked up, but to my surprise, he was so happy about me opening the clinic. He said, fantastic, we want doctors, we want doctor devotees. You should open the clinic. My brother is a doctor, he's doing so well. You can help the temple very well. You can do better than what you're doing now. He gave me so much of encouragement. And he used to come to the clinic also, all the time. And he was very, very, very different type of a visionary, I should say, and he encouraged me to actually do my job. Imagine, when at that time ladies were encouraged to stay at home, look after children and things like that. And Maharaj, you'll never think Maharaj will do this, but it was so surprising. And another time he came to where I was working in a small town called Podixon. And since it's a small town and you're a doctor in the government hospital, everybody knows you. It's a small town, everybody knows you. And so it was very easy for me to do book distribution. Very, very easy. I'll go to the bank, I leave 10 Gitas. I'll tell that bank manager, you distribute. I'll go to the temple, I leave 10 Gitas. I'll tell the temple president or whoever, if anybody comes, just give them, and this is a prize. And they would have all sold and they'll call me for more Gitas. It was extremely easy. And then because the family was not with me, I used to go around, distributing books and things like that. And Maharaj came to Podixon in his traveling thing, but he never came to visit me and all that. But wherever he went, he noticed that there is a book. He went to clinics, GP's clinics, he went to shops, he went here, he went everywhere, wherever he went. It so happened that there were books. And he asked, how did you all get the book? And everybody was saying, Dr. Shanti gave. So he came back, as I told you before, Maharaj never calls a lady, never. But he picked up the phone and he really, really, really gave me so much of blessings. He said, "You're doing a wonderful job. I was so surprised that you did this. I'm so happy that you're distributing Prabhupada's books, this and that and that and all." He went on. See, Maharaj, like he leaves his principles. He's a very principled sannyasi, but he just spoke. He got it. Usually he'll see ladies, he'll walk away. But he took the phone and he spoke and encouraged. So yeah, that is Maharaj. And even when he was sick all the time, he always told, he was going for angioplasty and all. He said it's in another town. The devotees there were taking care of him, his disciples, and he told the disciple called Shantirupa to be here when they're doing the angioplasty. Asked her to come and stay in the hospital. So we traveled there and we were waiting there till he finished his angioplasty and all that. So like that, Maharaj has shown immense mercy to us. And even cooking, he gave so much of opportunities to cook. Like that, Maharaj, that's another pastime with my son, also. I don't know if there is much time. I'm taking too much time, because if you allow me to talk, I can keep talking. Sorry. So there are many pastimes about Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I think it will slowly be midnight.
Yes. It is here midnight actually.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everybody
Thank you.
who is here listening, who have been listening very patiently. Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Patandevecha patitanam
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you
We'll
so
wait for
much,
second.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
We'll wait
Mataji.
for
Thank you
second
so much.
edition.
Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Kanadi,
Yes, Prabhu.
we'll wait for second edition.
Thank you, Mataji. That
We
was
will wait for the second one. Yes, okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank
If devotees,
Nice meeting all of you all.
yes, I'll put it. You can put it on the gallery view. Many devotees are there. And,
It's a little.
I see Mathura Mataji from US and
Mathura Mataji.
and many Bangaloreans.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I can request the devotees that we can chant one round together.
Yes.
Whoever can. stay on.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Gurumagli ground
Hare
to
Krishna,
the
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna
Krishna
Prasthaya
Prasthaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimati
Srimati
Jayapataka
Jayapataka
Swami
Swami
Namini
Namini.
Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayani Tata
Bhavali.
Damadaya Nagaragrama Tarini
After the
Nama
fast.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deskarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Thank you,
Hare,
Mataji.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
If
Hare.
your
Thank you,
time
Prabhu.
permits, yeah,
Thank
if
you.
the time permits, we'll have the part 2 next week. So people,
Not next week, Prabhu, too soon.
okay, whenever you say.
Sometime. Yeah.
Yes, sure. And thank
Sometime. Next week is a bit of a.
Ashwin and
Yes.
Lisa Mataji are also there. So,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Ashwin and Anisa also was around, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's also there.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Thank you,
Catch up.
everybody,
Krishna
for
Mataji,
patiently
thank you,
listening.
thank you so much.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Sudevi. Okay, Sunena. Okay, I thought that was many other Kundalata Mataji.
Lata Mataji is here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see. Yeah, and I see from here Vijay Bhakti Mataji, Padmanabh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Thank you
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
Rasa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you very much.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Bo.
Okay, with your permission, may I?
Yes, Prabhu.